Okay, this is going to be my movie review for Beetlejuice, the long-awaited sequel. This movie is performing really well at the box office. I think it's at like 40-something million in the opening weekend, and the budget was about 100 million, so it's performing really well. Most people seem to be enjoying it. And I am one of those people. I had a good time watching Michael Keaton step back into the shoes of Beetlejuice. We expanded the cast with this one, and I thought all of the new characters were pretty good. I really liked Jenna Ortega's character, who is the daughter of Lydia Dietz, and then I loved Delia Dietz, and basically all of the returning cast was just good to see. The story in this one is pretty good. It involves Beetlejuice and his ex-lover, and then we've also got, a story centered around Jenna Ortega's character, which I can't really talk about because that would be a big spoiler. And overall, I thought the movie was decent. Like, the story was interesting, the characters are interesting, it was pretty funny. There was two jokes specifically that made me laugh pretty hard. Not all of the jokes landed, though. There was some that you could tell they were trying really hard to get a laugh out of the audience, but in my audience, no one laughed. It's pretty overstuffed. I think they added a little bit too much in this one, and they didn't really flesh out some of the characters, like Willem Dafoe. He's like this afterlife cop guy, and he was really funny. I really liked his character, but I would have liked to have seen more of a story for him. He's really just in there, pops up every once in a while for a quick laugh, and that's about it. And then Monica Bellucci's character, Beetlejuice's ex-lover, like this lady right here, you would think she has a huge part in this story, but she really doesn't. You get a little bit of a backstory, like a little bit of lore building for Beetlejuice in his actual life when he was married to Monica Bellucci's character, and that was nice to see, but I think the movie probably should have opened up with that. I think that would have been a good way to do it, and then I think she should have been in the movie a lot more. She is this, like, soul sucker monster lady, and she needed to be in this movie, like, right from the beginning, and she needed to have an actual presence. She kind of just pops up every, like, 20-something minutes and does something and then just disappears again, and I think she should have been integrated a lot more into the overall movie. Especially because I think there could have been some really good drama between her and Lydia Dietz, because we know that Beetlejuice is trying to marry Lydia, and I just, big missed opportunity there because they didn't really flesh that out. Another thing I will say is the third act goes like off the rails crazy. I was like, what am I watching right now? Some people are probably gonna like it, but for me, I was just like, what? Like, this is just a little bit too over the top for me. So yeah, Beetlejuice, it's a decent sequel. It's not, like, better than the original by any means, and even the original, I wasn't, like, a huge fan of it. I think I gave the original, like, a 7 out of 10. I think it's a good movie. I don't think it's, 8, 9 out of 10, like, an amazing film by any means, but it's a good time. This one is also a good time at the movies, but it's just not as good, so I'm going to give Beetlejuice a 6 out of 10. I think it's worth it to go pay the movie theater ticket price to go see it in the theaters with an audience, especially on the opening weekend, if you like that original film. If you're someone that didn't really like it or don't really care about it, then I think you can probably pass on this and just watch it on streaming in a month or two. I like these characters and the world that they're in, the set design, all of the stuff that Tim Burton does really well, but I just think this movie was a little bit too busy. So guys, that is my review for Beetlejuice. Let me know what you thought about the movie down below in the comments, and what would you give this film out of 10?